All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. We are live. We got me,
Who am I?
Kayla and Lindsay. And today we have Maria Callahan with BCMF Calstrong on. She came on with us a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to bring her back on because she has a fitness competition that's coming up in 3 weeks.
My eye twitching. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
We
May
have about
18th.
3 weeks until kickoff, and you're doing this with me, Kayla. So
Yeah. So
she goes, we know her, no us.
Yeah. So I'm going to be here too, and we're doing it together for sure. But we wanted to bring her on because there are still sponsorship opportunities. You can still sign up to compete. And then I think we're still collecting like raffles and donations and things like that. So just wanted to talk a little bit more about it and say what it is. And this is how many years now? 5? 100.
Year 100. So we have our Calstrong Summer Smash, which is coming up on May 18th. I start planning this event in January for May every year. So as the weeks get closer, I get a little bit more psychotic. So we are like, I always say the 1st of May is when no one should make eye contact with me. So today's the last day, guys.
Because it's going to be May.
Yeah. The comp is my favorite thing, though. It makes me really crazy because I just always want it to be a huge success. But my favorite thing about the comp is that this is not a in-house BCMF comp. This is a full fitness comp for people from all over. So it's from Trinity, it's from Tampa. We've had people from Fort Myers drive up here. Last year was incredible. Every year we've kind of been growing and growing. But it's really cool because I have worked really hard to make the gym feel a very welcoming place to everyone in the community. So on this day, we have people from Burn Bootcamp, we have people from F45, we have people from Random CrossFits, we have people from Tampa gyms, and they all come in here and we all just party and celebrate on one really fun day. And then everyone has a great time together just as a fitness community as a whole. So it's a lot of fun. We have the event is 8 to 2 on May 18th. It is 4 workouts that I'm actually releasing today. I've been kind of like sneak releasing them like via reels and videos. And then today I have actual, all of them written out with the weights and the reps and everything on there. So you can take a look at it and be like, all right, I'm in. And if you're reading my workouts and you're like, what the hell is this lady talking about? There are videos that are going to come with them as well, because I know I can be a lot sometimes. But so it's 4 workouts, and I did make everything a little bit lighter. So people say all the time too, oh, CrossFit comp, we're not throwing barbells over our head. We are not doing muscle ups, ring ups. We are different. So people get us very confused with a CrossFit gym when realistically we are boot camp, but we have a ton of strength training at the same time. So it's kind of hard to explain to people. But once you read the workouts and you look at them, you'll see, okay, well, this isn't. And I've learned, because it's been a learning experience, especially like throwing these events by myself and like creating the workouts and the weights and trying to make it challenging, but also not like kill yourself that you never want to come back. And making the timing right. It's very, very hard. It does take every ounce of every brain cell that I have.
She dreams about these workouts.
I wake up and I'm like, did it happen yesterday? Was it a success? But so the first year I made everything very heavy and I murdered half of Pasco County by accident. And then I kept growing from there and learning that it's not really necessarily about making it so incredibly hard, because it's such a long day. You have 4 events and then you have a mystery event and it's spaced out. So it's like a full 5-hour day, where last year was probably my favorite year because it was like the perfect amount of weights. No one was like leaving with a broken back. No one was like feeling defeated when they left. They were like, that was awesome. And they felt accomplished. They had a great time. I love seeing partners like hugging at the end and high-fiving and people's families coming out. That was another, favorite part last year, is everyone had their families coming out. We had lawn chairs. We set up little stations everywhere throughout the building. And then, so this year I have made it very not machine oriented, but we do have a lot. We have ski ergs, we have rowers, we have bikes, we have sleds. So a lot of it is very functional, so that nothing is crazy heavy, because I want everyone to be able to come in and it to be functional fitness. So nothing is heavy this year. You'll almost look at it. Some of my clients have been like, this seems light. Well, it's light until you're moving your ass fast. And then that's what makes it difficult. So it's more of an endurance, but we do have the weights that we throw in with you. And then we have such awesome vendors coming out this time. This year we have a ton. We have a cold plunge truck that's coming out. So if you are coming, even if you don't want to compete, you want to come out and just check it out, bring change of clothes, towel if you want to experience the ice bath. We did this a couple weeks ago at our pop-up event, and it was a lot of fun. We have 3 food trucks this year. So we have a breakfast truck, we have a lunch truck, and then we have a dessert truck. We have axe hole throwing truck, which is coming again. And then we have Alani girls walking around doing free Alani. We have vendors all inside. Obviously, we are sponsored by Gulf Coast Cosmetics. I think this is the 2nd, 3rd year in a row. So thank you, Nicole. Our other head sponsors that we have are going to be podium sponsors, which they're going to be giving out medals and things like that. You have everyone has. So our top 3 finishers from each category, we have medals for this year because I like to get feedback every year. And one of the things for feedback that I had last year was that the 2nd and 3rd place people felt like they should have gotten a prize of some sort. So everything's always a learning experience. So now we have prizes for 1st, 2nd, 3rd in every category. And we have cash prizes. We have supplement packages. We have, we're sponsored with Element. We're sponsored with Vital Apparel, First Form, and they're all sending out all kinds of stuff for you guys to make awesome prizes this year. We have Jackie Elliott's coming out. She's going to be doing our photography, which was another really good highlight that everyone loved last year. So every competitor is going to get a free action shot from Jackie.
They turned out really good last year.
Really good. And then you do have the opportunity after she tells you like, hey, I took more of you, you know, that you can go ahead and purchase some extra ones on your own too. So it is a very, very fun and awesome, cool day. And I'm excited about it. All of our vendors, we also moved inside this year. So Feral AC is going to be coming out with a bunch of mini little AC units and keeping the vendors and the spectators and some of the competitors cool as much as possible too. So no one's going to be sitting outside this year because that was another feedback. It's very hot. It's May. So now everything's gonna be inside, generators running, air blowing, so it'll be way more comfortable. We have some shopping, we have some apparel that is gonna be here. I know Nicole is getting some Lululemon like prizes. I know Sam with Invigorate Wellness is gonna be out here. There is going to be a ton of awesome things happening that day. And we still have, I think, a week for sponsorships. So with your sponsorships, we have one big one left. The rest of them sold fairly quickly, which made me very happy that we had such a good response to it this year. There is one larger one that's left that's going to give you max exposure. You're going to have a huge signage at your station. You're going to have a live interview with the DJ going on. You're going to have way more social media. You're going to be on a banner. You're going to be on the shirts, all that stuff if you're interested. Other than that, we have a couple spots left for like our smaller sponsorships, which are going to be more like retail. Like if you want to come out and sell something, like we have Stretch Lab coming out. They'll be selling obviously stretches. We have clothing people coming out. Like I said, I do think there's a meal prep coming out and be selling out or sampling out some food. So you have a couple retail spots left on that, which we try to make affordable so that you're able to, you know, make your money back and then some and get your, you know, your name out into the public. And then other than that, we have just general marketing ones that are left too. Those are affordable also. And those are really nice because you're going to go on all of the competitors' shirts, and then you're going to go on the banner, and the banner is hung up at BCMF for the whole full year. We're about to take last year's down so we can put up the new one. So you're getting advertisement at the facility. We have over 100 people a day that walk in here. So it's right in the middle of the main gym floor. So that's a really good opportunity as well. As for the competitors, we are getting pretty full on our advanced females, coming in strong, ladies. We could definitely use a couple more male competitors this year. It was funny. A lot of the males from last year, like all their wives got pregnant. So they like all have like newborns and babies. And I'm like, I can't do that this year. But
your wives got excited watching them compete.
So
and they're like, hey, honey.
Spots left for male competitors, and we don't really do an advanced or an intermediate. We just kind of keep that in one level. And then we do have some spots left for intermediate females also. So people start kind of pouring in at the very end. So if you are interested, just reach out and I will send you the link before it gets full and we cap out registration. We have about a week left until we're done with the sponsors and the registration and all of that fun stuff.
Okay.
It's gonna be a party. I'm sorry, but no, one day away from Crazy Eyes and it's starting.
I was like, all right, I'm going to ask her this, but then she went right into it. But
this is me in bed at night.
Yeah.
Kayla and I are like, she answered all my questions.
She's got
I don't know
it's not
what
her
to
first
ask.
time. It's not her first time. But kind of piggybacking off of what Maria said, it is really, really a fun event. And it's cool to see athletes because that's what everybody is who does this, whether they've been working out for a couple months or a year, or they've been working out their entire life. And whether they go to BCMF at 45 or they're going to a CrossFit gym, they're here, and everybody has this really good camaraderie. And like even the other teams, like I guess opposing teams, they're all like cheering everybody on.
Yeah,
and
it's
This
really
gym
fun.
has that vibe anyway, like
Yeah.
from the second you walk in.
Yeah,
Just-
everyone's like here to like just have a good time. And I've remained such good like friends with some of the competitors from other gyms, the other gym owners, and it's a really nice feeling to have like an open door on that day where people come in, they're excited to be here, no one's walking in. Because I know I actually made both of them do a comp with me one time, and you know it's different vibe when you're walking into a place. I'm sorry, I'm not hurting anybody.
You said ski erg and I twitched.
We'll try again one day.
well, that's how we got introduced to that machine. And
Yes.
then what did we do? What was like 2 years later? Like they're in the gym.
Now
You
here
know?
they are to let everyone else experience it. But I remember walking in and feeling like awkward, and everyone's like, "Oh, here are you, sign here." Where we're very like, "What's up? Like, let's go." Even if
Yeah.
it's a lot of times, like last year, I was like hugging people that I just knew from social media, like never met in my life, and we were
Mhm.
hugging like best friends because we just had been chatting and following each other on social media. But like I said, it's very functional, so that's what's fun. Like you could be a cycler, you could go to Orange Theory, you can go to a powerlifting gym, whatever it is, and you can literally come out and just have a fun day of like just rocking out, live music, live DJ. The kids are always running around. It's a lot of fun, and it's like a whole street party. There's gonna be vendors and stuff up and down the road, and we have a ton of volunteers. My favorite thing, we did testimony a couple weeks ago, and it was a guy that came last year, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll give you testimony." He's one of the winners, and his was very nice. It was like, I used to own a gym. I've done multiple CrossFit comps. I've done all kinds of things. He's like, and I can tell you this one ran really smooth. Like there was no hiccups. Like the timing was all on, which is all crazy wild to put together. Like if you looked at all the back end stuff that goes into like the timing and the judging and the scoring, it's like, and Andrea, you don't see her and she's doing a lot. Like she is like, because if I had to do the computer thing and calculations and figuring out that, I would be cross-eyed and no one would win. So Andrea is extremely helpful on this. She's the lady on the computer all the time. You don't see her that much, but she's hustling just as hard as I am on this, as well as my coaches. And the volunteers are extremely important. It's hard to get a group of 40 something plus volunteers, but they come out strong for it because they love this gym, they love the event, they love the whole fitness community in general. So it's my Christmas, and I'd love to see you there.
Yeah, even if you're not competing, there's gonna be
watch. It's so much fun.
It
shop,
is.
Eat, like hang out, meet
Cheer your
people.
friends
I was gonna say
on.
you get into it and start cheering your friends, or even the ones that you don't even know.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see somebody struggling, and you're
Yeah.
like wanting them to push forward,
Yeah.
and then you help them. There were so many girls, even last year.
Bringing them water.
I was getting down on hands and knees, like, come on, like you can do it, like, because that's, it's one of those days too. You want to push yourself to, obviously you don't want to be in a miserable experience, but like you're going to push yourself to a point where you're not going to do it in your garage or at your house by yourself. You're going to have people loud, your adrenaline's going, music is bumping, like there's people screaming. It's just all around awesome. And the events, none of them are really longer than like 10 minutes. So there are like 14-minute time caps. Most of them you should finish in around 10 minutes. And then, so it's structured like that. You get a little break, you do another one, and then you have like a full hour. So during that hour, you can eat, you can hang out, you can go cheer on your fellow friends, you can hop in that ice bath, recover, jump back out, shop. We have all this stuff going on. So, and then you go and you do it again. And then we have a little after party where we're just hanging out and everyone's kind of doing, getting their medals and, celebrating and eating some good food and
drawn for raffles.
Doing raffles. That's the other thing is, if you are a business owner or just someone, that is does like your crafts and things like that, I can't think of the word, but, and you want to do anything raffle wise, we are accepting donations for the raffles. Like I said, this event is around 300 people every time. So it's just a really easy way. Like people ask me all the time for, raffles or gift cards. It doesn't hurt me to give out a free month to someone to let them come experience it. And hopefully they love it and then they stay. So it's just a very simple way for you to market by just donating anything possible. If it's a gift card, a product, a service, anything that you have that you want to get your name out in the Trinity community and even Tampa Bay area in general, message me and let me know. I can send somebody to pick them up or you can email it over or we can figure something out. But so we are looking for raffles, final sponsors, final competitors, and
All the things.
all the things.
So if they need to, if they want to, how do we, is there a link that they can sign up?
Yep. So you can go to calstrongsummersmash.com for sign up, or you can go to our BCMF page. You can go to the Calstrong Summer Smash Facebook page. Like, it's all over the place. The opportunities to sign up. You can use our link tree. So I would definitely suggest just going calstrongsummersmash.com. If you forget that, just search BCMF and it'll be one of the first things that's going to be on the page, on the website and all that. And you can get registered. I think it closes out on the 10th. So we have just about a little over a week to get your registrations in, because then we got to start scheduling all of the things and mapping and game planning the whole floor plan out for it.
And everybody gets a shirt too, as long as they, or is it, is it too late?
Cutoffs did end just a couple days ago.
Okay, so I lied.
You
Sorry.
all get swag bags. So swag bags are awesome because all of the sponsors, like, I feel like we have probably a good 30 to 40 sponsors at least every year, and they fill the swag bag with items for you. So it's a lot of fun stuff. You're gonna have a lot of coupons in there. You know, some people do towels, they do cups, shirts, all the things in the bag. So everybody does get their bag. Everyone gets all the swag stuff that's in it. And then, you know, you have opportunity to join the raffle, do the raffles. We also have like Calstrong Summer Smash hats and cups and stuff day of that you're welcome to purchase. And we always do a lot of like product sales that day too. So all the things.
Basically a one-stop shop.
Shop.
And it's a lot of fun.
And if they're competing, what time? So we start basically right at 8:00.
So there'll be 2 waves. And that's the thing too, like May is a hard month. So like if you have graduation or you have a Mother's Day thing or whatever it is, there's something in May, like every weekend.
Oh yeah.
It's like crazy. But if you're somebody that's like, oh man, I have graduation that day or my kid's graduation, whatever it is, just let us know and we can try to schedule you in that earlier wave. Because technically you could be done by 11:00, but you want to stay, you want to watch people, you want to see who won. So there's 2 waves. There'll be an early one and then the other one's a little, I want to say just, you know, maybe an hour or so after. So they're both morning time. We say 8 to 2 because that's like, hey, like I want to be driving home at 2:00. So it's realistically by like 12:30. I think last year we had like the medals and stuff done. So
Yeah.
But yeah, we say 8 to 2 just to play it safe. And people like to hang out after and, you know, relax and bring cooler, whatever you want to do. Kick your feet up on that lawn chair. You
Have a tailgate.
You had a great workouts for the day. So treat yourself.
Yeah.
Have some food and hang out.
Yeah, that's I think what everybody did every year.
Mhm.
You know, they kind of tailgate and then go to the food truck and eat and bounce around from each different like workout station and
It's
waited
fun.
for the raffles. The raffles were
The
at
raffles
the
are
end.
always at the
They
end.
were great.
We always try to do the raffles at the end when Box Tribe, the software, and Andrea are, you know, calculating the scoring and all that. Takes a hot minute for them to calculate everything. So we always do like some fun stuff at the end with the raffles and prizes and everything like that to, you know, keep everybody doing active and doing something while we're waiting on the winners.
And pretty much you can kind of follow along too through the Box Tribe app too. You know, as the data is being put in, so you can kind of see where you're placing.
Yeah, you can upkeep on that on Box Tribe. So we always do our comps through them. Like a lot of people are like, oh, just sign me up, just register me. I cannot do that because it's not through BCMF. It's Box Tribe. It's a full fitness competition. But the cool thing about being on Box Tribe is that it does come with an app. So you can literally be like, okay, you can finish your set and see where you scored compared to other people. I always like to tell people too, if you're like, I'm not doing that, try not to think of the comp as like, I'm never going to win, or, oh my God, those people are all, I have a lady that just started this gym last week and she's like, yeah, I'll do it. She's like, I have another team that's a little bit older that came last year. They're coming back again this year. There is just random people. So, but the feedback that I get from them, they're like, I just want to do it. Like, I just want to have fun. So just come into it as like, let's have a good day of fitness and fun and just work hard and enjoy it. Like, you know, you have one body and you have one life to be able to do these things. I keep joking with people and they're like, no, I'm not gonna do this here. I go, you're gonna die soon.
Oh my God.
I try to give them that. Some of them it works. Some of them are like, yeah, you're right. I'm still not doing it.
You only live once.
You only live once. Register now. Click that link. But I try to tell everyone, like, it's just at the end of the day, like, you're gonna leave here and be like, oh my God. And then you watch the videos back and the photos back and you're like, that was awesome. So
Mhm.
if you're scared, I'm telling you, look at the weights and the movements on there, because the intermediate levels are I made it so that people will feel comfortable completing this comp, and you can do it.
And I think too, a lot of these workouts, like you're kind of bouncing back and forth between you and your
Mhm.
partner. So it's just a really good experience.
It's
and
fun. You push each other, and if you're slacking in one area, the other person might pick it up. But yeah, and you'll look around too, and there's no one's gonna be flying through this like giggling like, oh, that was easy. Like,
this is so easy.
It's a struggle, but it's a good struggle that you leave here feeling like you just conquered the world. Literally. Or you tried. You tried at least.
And then you go and jump in like a pool of water.
Mm-hmm. Getting that ice bath. I'm so excited for you guys to try it. I loved that. The Icebox girls, they had a genius idea. They're a new small business in the community, and they bought like a trailer, and it's beautiful inside, and they put two very nice, and I've looked at these before, they're very expensive. They're very custom, nice tubs in there. And the cool thing with it is it's not ice. So they have to get here 2 hours early for it to chill, all this stuff. And then you go in there, and it's like I think most people don't go in there longer than like 2-3 minutes. But then you get out, and they pay for the filtration system, that it's like a 1 minute cycle, and it literally redoes and cleans the entire thing. And then the next person's ready to go in. I was mind blown when I saw it. I'm like, that was a great investment. And then they drive around to other gyms, and they just do like pop-up events and stuff. But our members loved it, and we're going to do more pop-up events with them, because it was just such a good time, and it's great for recovery. So
I feel like that'll be a game changer for like the people who are competing.
Oh yeah.
Like
At
whether
the end of it, when you feel like you just got beat up, you're like, get in there, and then the next day just lay. Just eat and lay all day. That's all I can tell
well,
you.
yeah, because you work for it. Go have a nice cheeseburger or pizza or something.
Jeez,
already have
I had
dessert.
those Whoppers last year.
Oh my
My
gosh,
husband
yes.
talks about getting a Whopper. Like, I think in the middle of the comp, he was talking about a
That
Whopper.
was
And I
He's
was
like, can you order me a Whopper?
I can't wait to have a Whopper. I'm like, you're doing burpees right now. You need a Whopper. And then the second we got home, I'm like, get a Whopper, because get two.
Yeah.
Listen to you one more time. Oh man.
If I hear the word Whopper one more
I
time.
know. He thoroughly enjoyed the Whopper.
Well, he trained like really hard for a while.
Yeah, it's cool to watch too. Like even today, like people just left. They're in here training. So
Jason is the man.
So it's a lot of fun to watch people come in and like Caesar's like getting after it. Like there's been people in here. I look on the cameras, and it's like a Sunday morning, and I'm like, there's Billy like rope slamming and sprinting down the turf. Some people really, really, really love this event, and they like train very hard for it. And then, like I said, there's other people that are like, that looks fun. And then they just pop in, and they're like, whoa,
what did I just do?
And I'm like, that was cool. So it's both sides of the spectrum. You can go into it with a huge goal, or you can go into it with just a fun mindset and have an awesome day. Either way, I'm for it.
Either way, it's going to be just fun for everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's a good time.
I can't wait to watch and judge.
I want to hear some of the events that you're doing.
So
Or the ones that you released, or
so some of the ones that I did just for examples. So we have one of them is on the turf. So it is sled pushing. So partner A is going to be sled pushing. Partner B is doing max reps on a ski erg, which is a machine where you're pulling the handles down. So it's like a ball slam motion, and it tracks your calories on there. So they would push the sled up and back 4 times. Other person's doing the erg, and then you switch. You're going to do that for 4 minutes. Then you would transition and you do another 4 minutes, but your moves would be partner A is going to be doing reverse lunges for 12 reps. The other person is getting as many calories on the rower as possible in 4 minutes. Keep repeating. So very simple. The scoring would be at the end of it would be max calories off both machines. That's an example of one. Another example that we have is a ladder. So we have, this is as fast as you can complete this ladder. So it's starting at 2 reps, 4, 6, 8, 10. And your moves would be, for the first one is alternating dumbbell snatches. So partner A would go for 2 reps, B goes 2, 4, 4, 6, 6. You get up the ladder, and then you do the same thing with lunges, and then you come down the ladder, and your moves change to different 2 moves, like a power upright row. But it's up the ladder, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, down the ladder, down to 2 as fast as you can. Your time would be the score. We have a little bit of running, just a 600-meter run. We have dumbbell burpee pickups. We have sit-ups. What else is there? The assault bike is the one.
What's the assault bike?
The assault bike.
Assault bike.
Assault bike.
Assault bike.
Assault bike. What is that?
So this one is this is going to be another 4-minute AMRAP. So it's AMRAP is always going to mean as many rounds as possible. So if I was on the bike, I'm pushing on that bike. Kayla is doing 8 devil's presses, which is a burpee with a shoulder press at the top. I kept the weights nice on that for you guys. And then you would switch. You're going to keep doing that back and forth. So it's a very like you go, I go, so that you guys are working together as a team to get to your score. You do that 4 minutes, you switch, and then you end with like a partner push-up. So you just lay on the floor, come into a plank, give a high five, plank, high five. Your score is based on rounds and reps. So those are just kind of examples. And then there's always a mystery round. The mystery round, I always announce like the night before, so you guys can't back out.
It's never anything crazy.
I never make anything crazy because I would hate to literally be that person that's like, all right, we're going to be doing handstand walks. And you're like, I would have never signed up for this if I knew handstand walks. So I make it very like movements that I know like are something that everyone's going to be okay with. We're not going to be doing anything crazy hanging from the ceilings or any of that jazz. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I hope that you guys come out, even if you're out to just spectate, to compete, just hang out. If you can help us spread the word about it, then please visit our page, the CalstrongSummerSmash.com. You can share our flyers from there. You can personally message me any questions that you have. I am not sleeping until May 19th, so I'll be answering any questions that you have.
I just lost my train of thought. It happens quite often.
Is it this?
I think that was it. That I was like, what I was going to say is, and all these are going to be like released out or have already been released out.
I was just trying to do it before I hopped on here. I've released the videos on the pages on the Instagram. The Instagram is a little bit small. I'm still trying to build it because it's our first year with it. So you might see a little bit more on our actual Facebook page, but I put videos on Instagram and Facebook so far with like graphics and reels. Today I'm posting plain like, hey, here's the reps, here's the moves, here's the weights for all 4 moves, that you can see it, you can save it, you can start practicing, you can look at the weights, you can try and be like, you know what, this is too heavy for me, I can't do it. Or you will feel a little bit better and be like, okay, that's definitely doable, I'm in. So those are going to be going up probably in like 20 minutes.
All right. Cool. So if you're not signed up and you're interested, look at the workouts and you should do it.
Come have fun with us. It's a good time.
What's the worst that can happen, right?
And if you don't want anything to do with this, unfollow me.
Just come. Don't do the workout. Just come.
Because I'll be really annoying myself.
I want to see the ice bath things.
Just snooze me for a little bit.
I'll probably want to jump in after judging, because one thing I was going to say too is you're probably thinking, wow, it's a lot of reps. How am I going to count? It's going to be like last year, and every team that's going is going to have their own judge.
Yeah.
So
that's why we need so many volunteers, because it has to be a judge per. There's no way. So we have a judge per person, and then we have a head coach. So I like to put my coaches in the station so that they can like kind of be a background, because these events, they're hard to be perfect too. Like every year someone's gonna be pissed about something. Someone's gonna say, oh, Jeannie didn't put her knee all the way to the ground and her judge wasn't looking like but we try to make it so perfect that you don't feel like you got screwed out of it. We are human, so there are going to be errors here and there, but our goal every year is to make it as accurate and precise as physically possible. And that's why the judges and the volunteers and everything are super, super important.
Yep. So you're not going to have to
hands on deck.
You're going to have somebody there watching literally your every move, making sure you do your reps, you're going up your ladder and back down. And so they're going to be helping you keep track. Because I mean, in my own workout, I'm like, what round am I on? Like, what did I just do?
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially in that moment, you're like, so, even too for the judges, you have I have to make sure I have good like judges put in certain spots, because some of them are harder to track than others, and they're fast. So if you're not like you have to know what's going on. But yeah, it's all awesome, and we can't wait to get there. And I can't wait till the day after. It's always such a good feeling the day after. It's like after a wedding, you're like, oh, we did it.
Yeah, done. Good, good feeling.
During planning a friend's wedding this year, so I think that also made me cross-eyed. Love you, Felicia.
All right. So if you have any questions, like she said, you can message her directly or visit the BCMF page, BCMF website, Instagram or Facebook page. It is an event. So it's Calstrong SummerSmash.com
or BCMF Calstrong.com.
Yep.
And there's a phone number down the bottom too. 727-842-7000.
Holler.
Be there, be square.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Message me any questions. I appreciate you. Key team strong.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye, Jesse.